Let's go. Okay. So while the rest come, let's keep talking about the flux diagram that we were talking yesterday, right? And we are going to see some examples for the next set. The next set is neither or. No, neither nor.
Neither nor. Yes.
The word neither nor is a parallel word, right? I want you to check how the word nor is used in more formal. Yeah, it's a little bit more formal, just a little, not that much, because in casual circumstances it's also used that way. Okay, and it's the same logic as we said the other day. There is parallelism, so you can connect. You can connect two words of the same family, a phrase, or a clause. Okay, do you remember what is a clause?
Yes.
What is it?
Subject plus verb.
Subject plus verb. Easy as that. Easy as that. So let's go to English and let's analyze some examples. Later.
And blockchain is kind of neither of those things right now. So it's better suited for either really early adopters who kind of get.
In this case, blockchain he said neither of, so this is not the one.
Is neither fair nor efficient.
This
Look
is the
at
one.
the tax rate paid on that system is neither fair nor efficient. Look
Easy.
System
is neither fair nor efficient. And did you hear that he pronounced neither?
There are two pronunciations. Yes.
That's correct.
Neither. Yes.
Similar to either and neither, neither and neither.
Okay.
The same way. Okay.
In fact, neither of them graduated high school.
What's up with the video? Here it is.
With neither Greeks nor Trojans prevailing, gods and humans alike are desperate for The Trojan War has been raging for 10 years, with neither Greeks nor Trojans prevailing.
That was one. Right?
With neither
The Trojan War, with neither Greeks nor Trojans prevailing. Do you know what is prevail? Or can you understand by the context what is prevail?
No, I don't know.
No.
Really? But not neither by the context? Look.
The Trojan War has been raging for 10 years.
The Trojan War has been raging for 10 years, with neither the Greeks nor Trojans prevailing.
Well, I can infer that it's that neither Greeks nor Trojans give up during that 10 years, or
The opposite. The opposite. Win.
okay.
Like to keep doing something.
No, because they are doing it. They have been through 14 years in war. So that's not the one to exist or be very common at a particular time or in a particular place. No. To be accepted, especially after a struggle or an argument. Synonym, triumph. This is the one.
It is difficult. It's a difficult word, I think.
Is it? Why?
For example, when you are, for example, let me find in the jungle when the tiger uh, wins against another animal,
Okay.
it rebel
It prevails.
against the zebra. For now, in the jungle there are no zebras. You know exactly.
That it is. Exactly. In the
Uh,
in the chain of food or the food chain, the lion will prevail against or over the zebra.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The, if Sophie has questions, the best example is with yesterday's example. Like, men proud prevails in our society.
Okay, can you repeat that?
Men proud
Main prime
prevails
prevails.
in our society.
Okay, that can be.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's a good example.
Uh, because uses the same word.
Yes, yes, definitely. You can use the same word in that context. That's the one. Mhm. So there you go, guys. Mhm. So of course we can infer that information because of the 10 year. If you say has been raging for 10 years, imagine 10 years in war. It's a lot. Like we say it easily, but really it's a lot of time. That's why prevailing. So there we have neither Greeks nor Trojans prevailing. Any of the two are winning. Any of the two are actually getting somewhere. Right? Questions on this one? I think it's easy.
No, no, no.
All right.
Everything is okay. No.
Neither of. Okay. I want you. This is the
So
example that I was looking for. While the other examples had the word nor, some people are going to use the word or. And that is natural. That
Okay.
is natural. There's no problem to change nor for or. But if you're making, for example, if you are making a Cambridge test, that's not gonna be a problem. But for a TOEFL test, it is a problem. Because TOEFL tests you on academic speech. And academic speech is formal.
Exactly.
So be
Oh,
careful.
Lo siento, eso no lo sé.
Be careful and tell what is the objective of the exam that you are making. In the case of Sophie, we have a TOEFL. So we need to know what is formal and what is informal. So when you write, when you speak, you use formal speech for the TOEFL.
yes, yes.
You know, that's the different part between one and another. Okay. So neither or. Is it correct to use neither or? Look at this. Neither Mr. Thatcher or I would have any time for the sisterhood approach. It says, and Whitecom, no further details have been released, and neither Kim or Kanye have mentioned any engagement on Twitter. Kim or Kanye. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Okay. Even though this is a rule of which I am absolutely certain, I did my usual warm-up research before writing about errors in these quotations. I discovered that not everyone who writes about usage agrees on the immutability of this rule. So not all the people agree with if this is correct or this is incorrect. You see? The right one is nor. That's the one that everybody agrees with, because nor is a negative form of or, the same way as neither is a negative form of either. But some people can use it in a very casual way. It says here, numerous grammarians from the mid-18th century onwards criticize the use of or rather than nor as ungrammatical and improper. But we are talking about the 18th century, guys. Long time ago. Okay? And then in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, this person investigates and says, neither uses a function before two or more words, phrases, or clauses, joined by nor, or sometimes by or. So today is more accepted to use or. These are the two sources that we know. Right?
Okay. Well, yes.
So everything that is considered old is considered formal. Okay, that's another tip that I can give you.
Yes. Okay.
That's it. Very good. That's it. So, in order to pass to whether or, give me an example. How do you use either or? Neither nor.
Starts.
Sophie starts.
Okay, I have one, a simple
Okay.
one.
Mhm.
I really like goat milk. So when I ask for a coffee, I prefer neither almond milk nor cocoa. Cocoa is the same, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's coconut.
coconut. You're right. Nor coconut.
Or
One.
coconut. Okay, that's a simple example. Pretty good.
Very, very simple, but okay.
Yes. I mean, you have the word almond milk and coconut as 2 nouns.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They're 2 nouns, and yeah, there's no problem there. Okay. So with Chucho, your turn.
For example, I don't tolerate neither seeing people. Is there a verb for maltratar?
Yes. Here it is. Mistreat.
Mistreat. Okay, yes. The best verb. Okay. So I don't tolerate neither seeing people mistreating animals nor people giving them a bad life. I don't know.
People give them a bad life. Ah, very good. Neither seeing people. Okay. Yes, I like it.
Yes.
Yes, that's a good example. The position of neither can be before or after the verb. So you say, I hate neither seeing. It will be more clear if you say, I hate seeing neither. Wait. Did you say I hate?
No. I said I don't tolerate neither.
Okay. Okay, so
Yes,
then,
yes,
then it's correct. I don't
yes.
tolerate neither. No? It will be
Exactly.
more clear if you say, I don't tolerate seeing neither option one nor option two. Because you have your verb, your verb phrase, you interrupted it.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Okay. Yes.
Let's check again.
You're right. Okay. I don't tolerate sing neither.
The collocation of neither is similar to either before
Exactly.
the.
Well, before the two options, but in this case, after the verb, because Chucho interrupted the verb with neither. He said,
Okay.
I don't tolerate, and then automatically he said neither, and after neither he used another verb before the option two. So that was an interruption of the idea. Right?
Yes, because anyway, seeing it's not a verb. That verb is not part of the option one.
The option one, exactly. That's it. That's a reason.
Okay. So he understood better than me because I was
Yes.
very confused.
She explained it better. The word
Yes.
seeing is not part of option one.
It's an activity. Yes.
It's an activity, it's a part of the verb.
Okay. Okay. Magic.
Okay, so what's the resulting idea?
What was the what?
What's the resulting idea?
The resulting idea?
The idea after the correction.
Okay. That I have to put the.
No. The sentence?
Okay. So I don't tolerate seeing neither people mistreating animals nor people giving them a bad life.
Yes, sir. That's it. That is right. Good.
Okay.
Good. So that's why when you make these examples, try to use. I want you to make an effort to make phrases and clauses, because you dominate parallelism in simple words. That's the reason you are advanced.
Okay.
So yes, it's like when I am in intermediate, and I ask them make an example, and the person, I run in the park. Come on, man, make an intermediate example, not a kindergarten example. So in your case, your kindergarten example is using neither or these parallel conjunctions, using a single word. I want you to now pass to the next level. Give me an example with options that have juice. With juicy examples. Chucho's example was really good. You had a phrase of, no. Your example was a noun phrase.
I was scared because I thought, okay.
Is that kindergarten?
Okay. What is
No,
real?
mine was really kindergarten example. I know it. You can say my name, teacher. You can say, Sophie, you have to create
Make another.
a better example.
Okay. I will not say it that way. I will say something more like, Sophie, now give me another example, but try to connect phrases instead of simple words.
Mala onda, teacher.
um, um, okay, I let me think, because right now I have a situation with two options that I don't like.
Okay. Now we're talking. Okay. Tell me about it. Please.
But let me organize my idea. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Mm, okay. I want to get a new job. Currently, I don't like too much the job that I have. So, but the job that I found uh, asked me for a condition that I don't like. So
You
neither,
didn't like because
yeah,
the
I
condition was in the
didn't
past.
like. Okay, that I didn't like. So I'm thinking how can uh, connect neither with
Okay.
the two options.
Mhm.
I don't know if it will be. No. Okay. I don't like neither
Mhm.
uh, the neither the money that no neither my actual no. I don't know. I think that I want to say a lot of things, but I don't know how to connect all of
That's
them between
perfect.
neither.
Perfect.
Um,
Try to.
Relax.
Yes, first three. And then thinking portions. Portions of
okay,
information.
okay. I don't like neither
Mhm.
the payment, um, the people,
Mhm. Mhm.
and the company function
Mhm.
in my current job, nor
Nice.
the condition and the schedule
Mhm.
of the new one.
Oh, okay. So
Yes,
you're comparing both jobs.
yes.
Good job.
The things
Excellent.
that I don't like. Uh,
That's
yes, I did.
perfect.
Okay.
That was a great example. That is an advanced example. That is what we're talking about. Mhm. Let's go. So you don't like neither. At the beginning, you changed the idea. You said my. You wanted to say mi paga actual, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you said my actual.
No, I say that too.
Yes, at the
Oh,
beginning.
okay.
How do you say mi paga actual in
Current,
English?
current,
My
current
current,
payment.
my
My current
my current salary.
no, salary.
Because payment exists, but that's not related to salary. Payment
Okay.
is what you do on your credit card every month.
But you do it in PayPal.
And then what
Okay.
again?
In PayPal, as PayPal is the
Exactly.
way of payment. Okay.
Exactly. Correct.
Okay. Well, yes.
Correction,
Current
because you said
salary.
that. Your current salary. That's right. Okay, that was a very good example. You see how the connector and was like you thought in the group of information. You said my current salary the place and something else, nor, no. Right? This is thinking in English, is portions of information and learning where is the division of the sentence. In the past, you only analyzed a series of words, but now you can see the different portions very well. So that's very good.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Okay. Whether or. No, that's not the spelling of weather. Weather. With the A goes out.
Across a range of measures, whether we're talking about income, wages, wealth, mobility, education, access to healthcare, life expectancy, or infant mortality.
That was a good example. Let's go again.
Across time American as it was in the 1960s. We have clearly made progress in reducing African American poverty from its radically high mid-20th century levels, but it is still 3 times the rate that it is for white Americans. And African Americans still fare worse across a range of measures, whether we're talking about income, wages, wealth, mobility, education, access to healthcare, life expectancy, or infant mortality.
Okay. Do you understand what weather means?
Yes, I understand, but I didn't pay too much attention in what part is where.
Okay, let's listen again then.
Worse across a range of measures, white Americans. And African Americans still fare worse across a range of measures, whether we're talking about income, wages, wealth, mobility, education, access to healthcare, life expectancy, or infant mortality.
Weather. What do you understand in this sentence?
My problem is with the first part. And African Americans is still far worse across, and then all the options.
Okay, far worse, because okay, it's not far. It's fair.
There. Sorry.
Fair is the money that you. No, that's not the one. Fair is an adjective. That's an adverb, no? No, this is a verb. Let me check. Well, American still fair. Fair as a verb. Fair. To be successful or unsuccessful in a particular situation. We are talking about African Americans in the United States. Do you think we are talking about successful or unsuccessful?
Unsuccessful.
Exactly, because the picture is giving you that information. You know, you have the contrast of the advertisement that is promising the good life from the American way, while you have all these black dudes trying to get jobs and trying to get a little bit of money and food for their families.
Okay.
So African Americans still fare worse.
And in the use of where, I understand that where is there because it tries to explain that it doesn't matter what area of the Americans, African Americans life talk about, all of them are wrong. For example, right? Mobility, education, health, everything.
Exactly. So this is the contrast as either when you have to select only one. When you say whether, it's all of the options that we are saying. All of the options enter the description that I am making. Usually, let's search position of whether. I have seen that the word whether is usually used before the subject. So you say in your expression, they asked me whether I was tired, whether to paint here. Look, I can't decide whether to paint the wall green or blue, no? In this case, we're joining two nouns. But in the second example, you have a complete idea or a clause next to it. When you use whether, it's very common to use a clause. She didn't know whether he was laughing, whether he, you see, or crying. One of the options, all of the options, who knows? You see, the position is usually used before a clause. In here, you have examples. Look at how we have when you're talking about the same subject or when you have a different subject. Okay? In the same subject, we are not sure whether to stay here for dinner or go somewhere else. In this case, it's only one subject, we. But contrast to this, we are not sure whether he'll stay here for dinner. Then we are going to change the subject into another person. Right? We are now talking about him, not about we.
Okay. So whether
I like this comparative.
okay.
So then, whether or not, whether is a little difficult, and we are going to explore all the different examples because one thing is to say, for example, Sophie detected something important. He said, okay, whether is when there are all the options, right? Technically, that's right in some of the cases. Okay? In the case that we have here, we are talking about any of the options are bad for African American people. No? But in this case, I'm not sure whether he'll stay here for dinner or go somewhere else. It's only one option. Technically, that's different.
I think that, well, I understand that you use whether when you have as neither and either, you have more than one option, but you don't have a preference in that moment. So,
You don't choose.
uh-huh.
Exactly.
Maybe you have to choose, but in that moment you can choose, or you don't want to choose, or but the options are there. So
The options
that's
are
why
there.
you use whether.
Good job. Good job. Exactly. The options exist. I'm not choosing. If I choose, I use neither or either.
Mhm. Exactly.
But if I don't choose, or I don't like to, or I don't have the option, or whatever it can happen, I use whether. And I associate the word whether with the word whatever. I really like to they make this comparative because that helps me remember. Nice. You're gonna see how different it is in a moment. Let me check with Jessie because Jessie is in the chat. What's up, Jessie?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I will take attendance. Is here Sophie?
Yes, good morning.
Hi, Sophie. Thank you. And Jesus.
Hello, good morning, Jesse.
Hi, Jesus. Good morning. Thank you. So
Thank you.
somebody else? You're welcome.
That's it. The rest
Okay.
didn't come.
Okay. Thank you guys to be here. Have a good day.
You too, girl. See
See
you
you.
later.
Hey,
Where is it? Yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay. So, in this case, we don't have a choice, right? Look at how, in this case, we also don't have a choice. We use the title Miss rather than Mrs. Married woman or Miss or married woman. When we don't know whether a woman is married or not. Okay? It means that it doesn't matter. We don't know when we don't know whether a woman is married or not. We're going to use any of the three titles: Miss, Mrs., or Miss. Okay. Why the use of whether? The use of whether is because we don't know. So whether or not is when we don't know, and whether or is when we don't care. When we don't choose. Whether or when we don't choose. Whether or not when we don't know.
okay.
I'm just moving some stuff. Just a second. So I'm making some examples over here. And I'm taking this with me. Okay, so whether or not to go camping this weekend again, we are not sure, we don't know. And usually some common phrases that you have noticed is the word I'm not sure. Do you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Like the word I'm not sure is very constantly used. I'm not sure whether it is and that. I don't know whether it is and that. And there is a phrase a lot of people say, whether you like it or not. Do you understand that?
But say whether you like it or not is I don't know, yeah.
What do you
There are
want to
two
say?
options, you like or not.
Aha, exactly. Option one, you like it. Aha, option two, you don't like it.
Okay. Teacher, can you scroll to the Mrs. example?
Sure. Sure. Here it is.
Okay. Okay. Whether in the case of the second one, I'm not sure whether or not to go to camping this weekend. We can collocate or not following to the water or at the end. or the phrase when you are mentioning, you already mentioned the option.
For example?
For example, yes. For example, so 2 examples. That the first one, you they put water, then
A woman.
the option, or and at the end or not. But in the second one, it's whether or not it's are together, whether and or
Okay.
not are together. So my question is that in this case we can use both, or depends
Yes.
on the context. There is an specific rule
Okay.
to collocate or not at the end.
So the word whether or not, observe how if we open a flux diagram, the second option in the case of whether is implicit. And that makes that creates a flexibility to put whether or not separated by the option one, or together before the option one. You see?
Yeah, because
So
the word not is telling you that
option two.
the option is not possible. For example.
Exactly.
You don't need to repeat it.
Contextually, that doesn't affect if it's formal, informal, or whatever. That just depends on you. In that case, there's no context affected.
Okay.
Got it? That was a very good
Yeah.
question, because yes, the position is separated, no? And sometimes it's together. Why? Well, just take this into consideration. It can be whether option one or not, or whether or not option one. Whether option one or not. Let me put this together. It should look like this. Whether option one or not, or whether or not option one. Option two is implicit. Therefore, the position of the word or not is flexible. There, okay. I have never observed this before, to be honest. The first time I actually see it this way. You know what I mean? In an advanced way.
Yes, yes.
Here we go. Let's pass to the next. The next part is an example. It's time for the flux. Try to make it. Give yourself a minute and consider an example.
Well, I don't know.
You didn't know?
It's better if you make me a question because my mind alone can
You
make.
cannot make an example, really?
Well, it's the I don't know exactly what situation can I can use like food. I don't know.
Yes, I mean, in any situation. The question would be very difficult to make because it's like, I need to give you two options that you don't know you're sure about.
But to make it complex is not easy. For example, whether okay, after the class, I will go whether going to sleep or going to sleep.
It's the same. Change the second.
Well, it's a sarcasm, but no. The second option can be, for example, or eating my breakfast. I don't know.
Or eating my breakfast. Okay. Let's talk about that. So you have two options, no? Oh, I have an option in that case. Have you ever felt that you are so tired, but you are also so hungry that you don't know which one to do?
Yes, in the nights.
Nice. So we can implement that one.
For example, well, yes. After the training, I arrive at home, and I don't know whether or not to eat my dinner or no.
Do you need not?
No, F.
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
In that case, you have two options and you're not sure, so you need to omit not. Because your options are explicit, like here. I can't decide whether to paint the wall green or blue. When options are explicit, you don't need to use not. Because as you say, the word not provides the second option.
The training when I arrive at home, I don't know whether to eat my dinner or to sleep.
Okay, I like it. Repeat.
Yes.
Again, with conviction, you can.
Okay, after training, when I arrive at home, I'm not sure whether to go to sleep or to eat my dinner.
Perfect example. The parallelism in this case is an infinitive verb.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was a little complicated because we are confusing or not versus the only or. That's the difficult part about the word whether. And the example was pretty simple, but we are checking the word's position in this case. which one
Yes,
is correct,
yes.
which one is not. So I know, we are checking it. And it's way. Good job. Next time, Sophie.
I'm confused because in the example, tutor has two options and he doesn't know what
Which to
is
do?
better, which is better. But you can use in that case, you can use either too, right?
No,
No.
because either go or
Go to sleep or have a breakfast
either go
or
to sleep
dinner.
or have lunch. Exactly. No, sounds strange. People never say, I'm not sure either. You know?
Okay.
Like these words together don't match. I'm not sure either sounds super strange.
Okay. Okay.
The word with either is that you are going to. Yeah, it's just like that. I think the matter is collocation because with either, I'm sure that I'm going to do one. You know? And yes, how certain you are. With either, you are very, 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 very certain. With whether, you are not certain at all.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good observation too.
Okay.
Difference between whether and neither. Let me take a note.
Now I don't have an example because I was thinking about to choose one.
Either and whether. Okay. Action self.
Maybe well no. Well my family is fine. It's with me and fine. No. I don't know how to connect this. No. Okay. Well, my family is fine, and with me, it doesn't matter where we live. No, it doesn't matter where we live. No, I don't know how to where I have to cry or put where. I try to say that it doesn't matter if I live, for example, in a big house or in a little apartment.
Whether
Well, my
is
family stay with me.
look at the position of if. You said if.
Okay.
Instead of if.
Where?
Put whether. Easy as that.
It doesn't matter where my family and me live.
It doesn't
In
matter
a little house.
whether my family lives in a little house, okay?
Or in a big one. While we are together.
Stay, not are.
Stay. Okay. Stay. Stay. Let me. Yes, it is correct.
Totally.
Super.
Totally correct. Yes, your example is really nice, and you are making the parallelism with that complete idea. Whether my family, no, you're making the parallelism with a verb. I don't care whether my family lives in a small house or a big house. No, it's a clause. It's a clause.
Yes,
It's an advance.
it doesn't matter if we live, if my family and me live in a
If.
where.
Exactly.
Where. Okay. Anything,
That's.
an example.
Totally true. Look at these examples. We use whether in direct yes or no questions and questions with or. We can't leave out whether or if. They are technically the same. The difference is that when if is a condition and whether you are not sure. Same way. Good job. Good. Okay. The last part. Whether indirect questions. Okay? Indirect questions are questions where you are going to make a simple question. You have, for example, the question, are you tired? Which is a simple yes or no question, no? When you ask, are you tired? It's because you are not sure whether the person is tired or not. Do you agree? Well, when you ask this question using whether, you can omit the word not or not. This is something called a reduction. Whether or reduction with whether. Whether. Look at this, eh? If I say, are you tired? It means I am not sure whether the person is tired or not. Here we are using the full sentence. To ask this question, we can say, in a gossip, they asked me whether I was tired. If you remember the gossip classes, when you use the word ask to gossip yes or no questions, what is the connector?
If.
Then we are replacing the word if for whether.
Okay. Oh,
see?
wow.
Exactly.
Yes.
The word if, not the word whether, is replacing the word if when you are gossiping a question. When you are gossiping a question, with two options. This is the lessons that I gave Chucho a year ago, talking about intermediate B1. Sophie, you were not in that level. You entered in B2. I want to show you this. Let me introduction. Exactly. It was a flashback, right?
Yes, 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. God damn! Because you studied B1 in Saturday, no?
Oh, yes. Oh, Saturday's classes. Yes.
Gossiping. Gossiping. Questions. When you gossip questions, you say, the person asks the other person if. You see? This is the same formula. It's the same structure, but instead of if, we are using where. Here we go. So every time, yes. Also, don't. You can omit saying or not. Okay. And not only when you gossip, when you make an affirmation too, you say, I'm not sure whether I'm going, period. You see, the word or not is implicit. That's called reduction. Can you make an example of this before we leave?
Your example was, I'm not sure whether I'm going, right? Okay.
I'm not. I don't know whether let my hair growing.
Nice. Whether let, we cannot use the word, the verb in simple form.
Yes. No. I don't know whether to let my hair growing.
Grow. Let grow.
Let's grow.
Let grow.
Okay.
That's a good one, bro. That's actually a good one.
Yes.
I don't know whether to let my hair grow.
It's a real example.
Yes. And it's a real example. When it's real, it makes more sense.
Yes. I love.
Good job. Do you have one, Sophie?
I can use my job situation. I don't know where change. where to change my job.
Again, similar case as you show. We cannot use the verb in simple form.
Change,
Change is simple form.
to change.
Whether to change. Excellent. Again.
I don't know where to change my job.
Correct. And that's a reduction, which is super advanced. A person who makes reductions is a person who dominates the structures and knows what is not necessary. This happens with the connector that. And now you are learning that other words can be omitted too.
Yes, exactly.
But you know they are there. It's just implicit. That's experience. Like 200 expertise points to you today. Good class, eh? Good practice. So we covered weather for today. Tomorrow we have to cover not only but also. And I think that's it. The last one is not only but also. Tell me.
Before we leave, we can not tomorrow, but we can see the part of the paragraph where that you showed the last week. I think that on Wednesday, where there are phrases like casual phrases, and we are infer the meaning.
Phrases, casual phrases.
The one that there is a conversation that when we start to see it, we
sure.
didn't understand because they use a lot of
Expressions.
idioms. We
Idiomatic
can
expression.
say idiom.
Yeah, actually, that's the plan on Friday. When we finish this topic, we're gonna continue with another set.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't understand the whole conversation until the words we saw, and I
Yes.
would like to understand the whole.
Cool. Yes, of course. And there's a lot of material in that document. I will. Yes, don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna check that too.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Awesome. So yes, very good, guys. I can see a progress. I can really see a process. I don't know if you
Yes.
know this, but I hear you very differently.
We sound
It's the attitude, teacher.
better.
Is the attitude?
Yes, this week I have a really strong attitude, so
Okay.
that makes the difference.
Don't lose it, please. Don't lose it. Keep yourself there, okay? In that place.
Okay.
Very good, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a very good day.
See you. Bye.
Very
You
good.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.